Check that out. Persimmon pudding. It's a little bit before noon Eastern. Happy Christmas Eve, KTC. I'm in the kitchen today. Got up this morning about 5 o'clock in the morning, heard Dad rustling around. He took himself to the ER. He wouldn't let me take him. He ain't been feeling good. Went and picked him up, then been at the pharmacy. While I was at the pharmacy picking up his medicine, he was in here making persimmon pudding for Christmas. His mom's recipe. He's up there crashed out now, so I'm on duty watching it, sticking toothpick in it, make sure it's ready. So that's what I'm doing this morning. Amongst that, though, I want to continue the broadcast, the early morning broadcast, if you call noon early morning, broadcast at WKTC Radio, the only quit station on the net, bringing you non-stop quit 24/7, because that's the way we do it. And we also want to mention the first commandment of quit, right? We're going to drill it. Thou shalt not worship nicotine in any form. Christmas Eve, and let's see what's going on. Well, first off, I haven't had that much Christmas spirit in a bunch of years. Since I divorced in about 2013 and the whole split up there, passing of my mom, hasn't been the same. You know, I got more juice in my step this Christmas than I have in a while. I have to think it's the quit, and you guys really has been the big change. Of course, my feet are better planted under me than they ever have been in my life, so that has the impact on it too. Hey, I'm gonna continue my gratitude list. I'm gonna do this until I feel like I'm done. You know why? Here's why. It's important to me, and you guys are important to me. Wrote some notes. There's no way I keep all this up in my head if I don't. You know, I walked in here on October the 18th into KTC, just looking to stay quit. Wanted to know why my mouth hurt. I had no idea I was going to get this whole brand new batch of friends. I love it. First off, Jay Paris. Josh has become, his and my friendship has become something special. He does a lot of posting and ghosting nowadays. He doesn't spend a lot of time on the site. Some of that was not good for his, well, let's just say he just wasn't getting along with some of that. Him and he's a huge blessing in my life. He probably won't even hear this. I don't even think he knows. I know he knows I do this, but I don't think he watches them. He's a huge blessing in my life, and you watch, man. The dude's going to be changing some. He's going to be making some moving and shaking here before long. You mark my words. Kyle, I think Kyle is 21 years younger than me. That shit blows my mind, man. I don't feel like an old man when I hear a guy that's 27. Makes me feel that way. I believe that Josh celebrated his 27th birthday on his 27th day of quit. I'm pretty sure that happened. I know another person that has a story that I'll get to too, a similar one. I love numbers. I love synchronicity. Kyle, I love his dedication to his wife and kids. His quick wit keeps me laughing out loud all the time. I miss him when he's not on as much as he is sometimes, but I understand that he has one of them JOBs and a family that keeps him away a little bit. And man, keep it up, Kyle. You make me proud. Glad to know you. Big Rick is a slow burn. That's why I call him. At first, I didn't see much of him. He just posted. I saw his name. It caught my eye. Big Rick for you. Big Rick to you. But he's caught fire. He's ablazing now, man. He jumps in. He's helping with the SSOA. Dude's a solid dude, man. I just know he's one of them guys, man. If you're in a tough spot, you want that dude right beside you. Incognito. I don't even know why exactly he made an impact on me. I don't know. I think that's that name, one thing. But one thing I also know about him is that early on he would be touching base with me saying, hey, have you seen so-and-so? And the fact that he was looking for people and chasing them down, not necessarily chasing them down, but in a compassionate way, looking for people to see if they're all right, taught me something. And I try to follow up with that today too. I can just tell he's got a heart of gold. You can feel it through the text. It's cool to feel people's energies. You get to know them a little bit. Richard K. I call him King Richard. Uh, he swooped in and cleaned up that mess I made that night when I had that rage fit. Saved me a lot of embarrassment because he swept it up. I appreciate that. Plus, he did one of these he did this virtual snap of the fingers up in your face, going, "Hey, dude, wake up! Hey, don't do this, And it snapped me out and made me pause for a minute until my buddy Shrains called me and or contacted me. I don't even remember, man. It's like a buzz. It's a fog at night, and snapped me out of it the rest of the way. But Richard made that impact on me, and for both of those guys that night, man, I'm forever grateful. I know it seems kind of silly, but it's not silly to me. It means something to me. Roger Person, early on, man, he said, he said, man, I ain't into this social media stuff. And I thought, I never thought of this as social media, but okay. And he said, yeah, I don't like these internet forums. I'm kind of introvert. I don't like it. I'm going to keep on doing it for now and see what happens. Our relationship kind of bloomed, I would say. And, one day, there was one night, it was a Sunday night, man, he sent me a picture of his son with his very first deer harvest. And when I saw that, man, when somebody takes the time to do that, share that with me. I'm not shitting you, man. A tear come to my eye that day. I thought, that is freaking cool. I happened to be sitting with my sponsor at the time, and I showed him, and I was like, man, that really touches me. Another time, he sent me a picture of him and a big dead hog, and he had a big pistol in his hand. And I said, and I didn't know what he looked like yet, And I said, I'm guessing that's you. And he said, yeah, I figured since I know what you look like, you maybe ought to know what I look like. I dig his energy too, man. There's a lot of these people. I would love to meet you guys, a whole bunch of you. All right, turning the page here. This is long. Sorry. No, I ain't sorry. I'm apologizing. And as they say, last but not least, man, that I don't know, I can say Shrains and I can say some of these other usernames, but I don't know necessarily how to say Sam RS. That's what I say. That's in my head says Sam RS. Sam RS, the joke man. It'd only take you about 3.2 seconds to tell that dude's got a heart of gold, man. Just get in his realm, man. The aura across the net tells you that right off the bat. His everyday jokes, man. His compassion while in battle. He has a way to put this stuff that you can tell that. There's Brene Brown is a writer that I listen to and read a bit of. I know I got some spiritual growth in me when I'm actually taking advice from a gal. That's a little bit of a joke, but that is serious. That's serious. I would have overlooked that aspect for a while, and I'll talk about that a little bit later too. But she says something that says strong back, soft front, and that reminds me of Sam. So let me just say this, because I'm gonna miss some people, and I'm gonna keep on doing this until I feel like I'm satisfied. So I'll add another one. I'm thinking about doing a PM version today, and this is almost going on. This is 8 minutes and 15 seconds, so I got to get to rolling back to the radio station business, man. It's not all about me, man. I got to keep the station going. Thank you to all of you for being the perfect yous. I had no idea that this was going to happen. What was going to happen to me, man? In a relatively short amount of time, you guys had a huge impact on me. Today's song request, Big Rick. He wants to. We got a nickname for him, and he wants to hear another "Brick in the Wall" by Pink Floyd. Big Rick, Brick. Sam RS texted in. He wants to hear that song by Rod Stewart, "I Was Only Joking." That seems fitting for him. And the Colonel, "Every Damn Day." How's he getting through so easy? Who's manning the phones? I'm gonna have to go have a talk with those folks, man. Do a little screening. Anyway, just like his overbearing ass, he's going to request 2 songs today. He wants to hear "Long Hard Times to Come" by Gangsta Grass, and followed up by "You'll Never Leave Harland Alone." "You'll Never Leave Harland Alive" by Brad Paisley. All right, more radio business. Today's public quit announcement is brought to you by the Colonel's Legal Defense Fund. Please go to tciasp.net for more info. I see that the site is up and running well. Check that out if you haven't. tciasp.net if you want to contribute to the Colonel's Legal Defense Fund. Today's PQA is, hey, give some thought to how much of your serenity and peace of mind is based on what grown men do with a ball full of air. The Christmas Eve broadcast of WKTC is brought to you by DTM Woodworking. For all your woodworking needs, go to dtmww.net. Also find DTM Woodworking on Facebook. And here are some closing thoughts. If you are not enjoying your quit, it's your own damn fault. Because I'm having a blast quitting with you all. Thank y'all for allowing me to participate in my quit in this manner, as silly as it is. Today is my day 68. 68 days. You know, Christmas, I'll be 69 on Christmas, but that's tomorrow. We do this one day at a time, folks. One day at a time. I loved in my little text this morning. I picked it up off of something else. It said, sometimes the light at the end of the tunnel is an old timer carrying a lantern showing me where to walk. Today is day 68. Today I quit with you. Persimmon pudding's almost done.